Standing outside of the Black Rifle Coffee Company today, I am Tyson Haskins, and this is another edition of the ProFile. It's where I go everywhere from Provo to Ogden to find the masters of their craft. Today we're going to talk to a real jack of all trades, Mr. Johnny Riche. Okay, let me tell you about this guy's resume. Former fighter, entrepreneur, reality television show star, and now he's the host of his own podcast with Darren Williams and Sean the Real OC O'Connell. It's called Ballers and Brawlers.
Hey, what's up? My name is Johnny, the little ball of hate Richie. I fought as a professional mixed martial artist in the early 2000s, and right now I am one of the owners of Rockwell Time. So my fight career goes back to the early 2000s. Right about that time, there was an organization that came to town called the Ultimate Combat Experience, and I had the opportunity to do that. It was really before the UFC and mixed martial arts became popular. So I fought for that organization for about 5 years. I amassed a 17-3 record before I realized that holding a microphone was a lot easier than getting punched in the head. It was a great experience, a great kind of an internship for me, and it really opened the doors for what would become really my future career. While I was still in the mixed martial arts business, still doing fights, I had the opportunity to meet up with Greg Godfrey, the godfather of Nitro Circus. And if you don't know what Nitro Circus is, well, you might be living under a rock. The premier action sports stunt television series. It is a worldwide phenomenon. They travel the world putting on live event shows. They've actually done a couple here in Salt Lake City. Greg asked me if I wanted to be a part of his television series that was on Fuel TV called The Thrillbillies. So with my 2 years filming for Thrillbillies, I filmed 2 seasons. I was kind of the naive, built like a rock, would bounce off of things, but was always willing to try whatever. One of the stunts that I've done that really gained a lot of attention was we took a canoe, a full-size canoe, and we brought it up to the snowy mountains up in Fairview. We took the canoe down the mountainside. And what had happened is the canoe, it flipped me out. It blew out both of my knees, ricocheted me down the mountain. I tumbled down the mountain like a rag doll, split my lip, cut my eye, cut my head, dislocated my shoulder, dislocated my wrist, broke a couple fingers, and was ready to shoot like the next week. Like it was like game time. So myself and Rich Agate, the founder of Rockwell Time, we put on a television series here in the state of Utah called the Rockwell Chronicles. 56 episodes between a half hour and an hour long. Now we get to do all the fun events. We sponsor over 500 different athletes. We travel the world essentially, attending different events and hanging out with cool people. We've been very successful and fortunate to have launched our brand here in Utah, but have gone international with it. A good friend of mine, professional basketball player Darren Williams, played for the Utah Jazz, has great ties in Utah, and he loves Utah, considers Utah his home. And he said, I want to do a podcast. I'm a fight guy. So myself, Darren Williams, gold medalist in the Olympics, and UFC viral weigh-in sensation, Sean O'Connell, we get together every single week, and we do about an hour-and-a-half podcast on lifestyle and action or combat sport. We meet here at the Black Rifle Coffee Studios. They're nice enough to have us here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we put on a podcast. We talk about mixed martial arts and the UFC and what goes into being an athlete and training. And the fun part about the show is the name of the show is Ballers and Brawlers. So every single week we try to have a guest on from either the NBA, NFL, or Major League Baseball, or a professional mixed martial artist. And we talk about the contrasts of sport. You can find it on iTunes. The quickest way to do it is just go to ballersandbrawlers.com. You can click on the latest episode and download it right there from the website, and you can listen to it while you're running on the treadmill or at work or just hanging out.
Special thanks to Johnny Riche, the Black Rifle Coffee Company, and Rockwell Watches. If you want to meet Johnny, just head on down to their compound in Woods Cross.